Hey everybody! Alright, I wanted to try to make bath soap, liquid soap from our homemade bar soap. So this is some of my grandma's old-fashioned pine tar soap that I've already shredded up. And now I'm shredding up, this was the scrap pieces put together. I'm shredding that up. Is for, and this is just my old, I only use this for grating soap. That's it. Okay, so now I'm going to do this on ounces. So there's our ounces. I'm going to hit the tare button with my bowl on top. And this is the cedar wood and tea tree soap. And we need 8 ounces of soap, and I thought it would be fun to add some of the pine tar to that because my bars don't equal 8 ounces. And alright, and so there is 8 ounces of soap. So now I'm going to put that over in my stainless steel pan, trusty stainless steel pan I love dearly. And I have going to put 1 tablespoon of glycerin, and there's different theories on that. Many people don't feel like you need it. So, and I'm using, of course this one was labeled for the store, but I'm using Essential Depot's, oh there went the ambulance, Essential Depot's glycerin, which is food grade and kosher. And then 1 gallon of water, and it's best to use not from the tap, okay? And now we have our 1 gallon of water has boiled on the stove. So now we're going to put that 1 gallon of water in the pot. And hang on, I'll bring you up here where you can see. That's what it looks like. And we're going to take our trusty stick blender. Okay, now we just got to make sure it was fully dissolved. So, and the stick blender really helps with that. It makes the whole process so much faster. Now, if you were using unscented soap, I suppose that you could add some essential oils, but I had a really hard time with homemade liquid soap of adding things and then it separating. So I thought, go ahead and use your scented soap and see how that works. And so I'm not scraping up any pieces. I did have just like a couple that weren't dissolved, just little bitty tiny pieces, but just a gentle stir, and that's all done. Okay, so now we're going to leave that mixture for 8 to 24 hours. And what we're looking for is for it to get a gelatin or lard almost appearance on the top. Okay guys, now we truly have an appearance of lard on the top. I've heard of it spoke of, but I did not know. I just did not know. And it's been about 24 hours. I made this yesterday and just abandoned it here to do its own thing and didn't think nothing of it till I came into the store this morning. So now we've got the stand-up factor, and so we're going to give it a good buzz. Okay. It does look like liquid soap. Let's give it a spoon test. Let's see. Yeah. I think it's a touch thin, and so I think possibly because it's homemade soap and there's no detergent, that it might be handy to put 2 bars of soap per that same amount of liquid, but we'll have to test it to see. It might make it too thick. We did this with a gallon of water, so it might be 2 bars of soap per gallon of water. We can try that next time, or you can give it a whirl. And then this might just be perfect for coming out of a pump bottle. Let's pull out a little bit of it. You actually cannot smell much because we've diluted those bars of soap down so strongly. So let's put a cup of it in here, and let's see what it would be like to give it some color. And I know I'm using my old camera and the lighting is piss poor. That's an old word my grandma used to use. That's piss poor. And so, but it looks really cool. And so let's see if we can give it a little color. So I'm going to try to get you where you can see in the pot good. I don't use any chemical dyes. And so, and I'm cooking my lunch over here beside us. I had to go check it over there a minute. But anyway, I don't use chemical dyes. And I'm not 100% sure what is in food coloring, but I do know it's skin safe. And I know that it fades in the sunlight. So most time liquid soap is put in a clear container. So it might not be the best pick in the world. But we'll put 3 drops of blue in there, and don't put don't put like food, those little sprinkles and things in your soap, but food coloring is technically okay to color your soap. It's just that it fades very, very quickly and does not hold up to sunlight well at all. And so I made some blue, and now we need to give it a bubble test. So let me get a pan of water and I'll bring you back. Oh, let me show you the blue. That's pretty cool, ain't it? I guess we got to watch about like coloring people's white washcloths and it not coming out. So we'll have to do a washcloth test. Okay, so I got us a pot of water and a white washcloth, and it's really hard to find a completely pretty white washcloth in the soapery because we stain the snot out of these things. So, but I think we can tell if it stays blue or something. So I got me some hot water. I'll get me some of that up in my hands. Well, it seems to lather really nice. I mean, I used a part lard soap and part regular soap on my recipe, and 100%, well no, I was going to say 100% coconut oil soap bar would lather like crazy, but then you wouldn't get the conditioning properties that you do with this other stuff. So possibly with 100% of my main formula, because lard soap just don't lather worth a flip. But it's very conditioning. Oh, and my hands feel so awesome. Okay, so let's like wet the corner of it, and let's pull some of the blue soap out here with 3 drops, and that's about 4 cups of it in the mix. The blue doesn't seem to be, and it seems to be producing, you know, a really nice lather and everything. See? And let's see, it doesn't seem to be giving any blue appearance to the washcloth at all. And I've heard of people that people fight about whether to put food coloring in your soaps and stuff. And with the and everything. And the main thing is, and now I spoke to the FDA about it, and they said if it's not an approved colorant, just add it on the list of ingredients, but don't just stop and say scent, you know, lavender essential oil, colorant, food colorant blue, you know. You just list it, and you don't call it the colorant, because there's only certain colorants that is approved for soap use. So it's just an ingredient, not a colorant. It just, the byproduct of using it is it turned it a really pretty blue color. See? So, but if set in full sun, you know, this may turn white very quickly. That's what I've always been told. I had one lady who argued with me about it and said, no, it won't do that. It will not turn blue. So now what we're going to do, and this was what you might call a success video. Woohoo! Now what we're going to do is we're going to try to make Lush inspired jelly soaps. Ooh. And I bought some little things, and I bought one of those. I had to make a running trip this morning, and I bought the Knox gelatin and some orange juice for some citrus ones, and I bought some cute little containers on the fly. And so oh, and I found these new spatulas. It's True Living. They're rounded. That looked really interesting, so I got those. They were $1 a piece at the Dollar General. So anyway, so I think we have success. And I think this is a good recipe. I hope you've enjoyed it. I wanted to show you what 3 drops of food, or was it 4? It was 4 drops of food coloring. Well, if I can keep it in the jar. So there is our blue liquid soap ready to go. Might even sell this stuff and see how the customers like it, and everything. So there we go, all natural liquid soap made so quickly and easily with your homemade bar soap. I don't know, I tried to make homemade liquid soap, you know, with that other kind of lye, It was a complete disaster. I totally hated it. And it took too much time. It was too time consuming. And I didn't get enough soap for all that trouble. This seems like you would get a lot of soap for very little trouble. So I think this is the way to go. And so there you go. All right. Bye, everybody. And you be watching for how to make Lush-inspired jelly soaps or something similar to that title name, because that's the next video after this one. Bye, everybody. Oh, thanks for watching my commercials. If you'd like to find free how-tos on soap making, go to and recipes, www.kimberlymcnutt.com, KIMBERLYMCNUTT.com, and that's at the beginning and the end of this video, so don't freak out if you can't find it. I type it out at the end with all that pretty music. And if you go there, you can find my Essential Depot link if you would like to get your vegetable-based glycerin, which I've already put up. Oh, and we could have put a drop of vitamin E in there too. Their vitamin E is like the bomb. It's full strength, no diluted like that wonky stuff you get at the health food stores, and it's food grade and kosher. Anyway, and so I really appreciate it if you go to KimberlyMcNutt.com and use my link for Essential Depot, because that really helps me out. And thank you for watching my commercials. And please leave comments. And thank you so much for liking my videos, because I had this group of people who's really hitting the dislike button a lot just for the meanness of it. And it puts my videos down on the search results. So, of course, that's why they were doing it. And so I thank you so much for hitting the like button. Bye, everybody.